Islamic Economic System. By performing istiqra on the laws of Sharia concerning economic problems, it can be concluded that the economic system al-nizam al-iqtishadi in Islam includes discussion that explain the principles that build the Islamic economic system consists of three principles. 1. Al-milkiyah, how to acquire ownership of wealth. Second, tasharruf fil milkiyah, how to manage the ownership of wealth that has been owned. Third, tawdhi'ul tharwah baina an-nas, how is the distribution of wealth in the community. So these three I will talk about. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So for this video, I will make a public speaking for my Sharia principles in Islamic economic system course, where my title is Islamic Economic System. So let's go. Okay, the first one is Al-Milkiyah. The Islamic economic system is completely different from the man-made economic system. The Islamic economic system is perfect because it originates from revelation, and in terms of ownership, it is explained to us that there are three types of ownership. First one is general property rights. It covers minerals in solid, liquid and gaseous forms including petroleum, iron, copper, gold, etc. found either in the earth, crust or on it, including all forms of energy and intensive as well as heavy industries. All this is public property and must be managed by the Islamic State, while the benefits must be returned to the people. So the second one is state property rights, include all forms of fees collected by the state Shar'i from citizens together with proceeds from agriculture, trade and industrial activities. Outside the scope of general ownership above, the state spends the proceeds for the benefit of the state and people. And the last one is individual property rights. Apart from the two types of ownership above, other properties can be owned by individuals Shar'i, and each individual has to spend its Shar'i as well. The second system is at-tasharruf fi al-milkiyah, how to manage ownership. Basically, the management of property ownership that has been owned includes two activities, namely infaqul mal and tanmiyatul mal. What is infaqul mal and what is tanmiyatul mal? Infaqul mal, property expenditure. Expenditure of property, infaqul mal, is the giving of wealth that has been owned in the expenditure of property belonging to an individual. Islam provides guidance that the property should be used for obligatory maintenance such as family maintenance, infaq fi sabilillah, paying zakat and other than the maintenance of the sunnah such as alms, gift and others. Only then used for things that are must, and the property should not be used for something that is prohibited, such as to buy illegal goods such as liquor, pork, etc. And the second is tanmiyatul mal, property development. Property development is the activity of increasing the amount of property that has been owned. A Muslim who wants to develop property he has owned must be bound by Islamic provisions related to property development. In general, Islam has provided guidance for the development of property through legitimate means such as sale and purchase. Islamic Sharia corporate is in the field of agriculture, industry and trade. Apart from Islam, it also prohibits the expansion of prohibited properties such as usury, gambling and other prohibited activities. The management of ownership in relation to public ownership is the right of the state, Daulah Islamiyah, because Daulah Islamiyah is the representative of the Ummah, although leaving it to the state, Daulah Islamiyah, to manage it. But Allah has forbidden Daulah Islamiyah to manage the public ownership by handing over its control to certain people, when managing in any other way is allowed. The origin remains based on the laws that has been explained by the Sharia. As for the management of ownership related to state ownership, Daulah Islamiyah and individual ownership, it is clear in the laws of Baitul Mal and the laws of Muamalah such as sale and purchase, Rahnu and so on. As Shar'i has also allowed Daulah Islamiyah and individuals to manage their respective possession by way of exchange mubadalah, or given to certain people or in other ways, as long as they remain based on the laws that have been explained by Sharia. So let's move to the third one. The last one is tawzi'ul tharwah baina an-nas, the distribution of wealth in society. Because the distribution of wealth is a very important issue, Islam also provides various provisions related to this. The mechanism of distribution of wealth exists in the Islamic law, which is set to ensure fulfillment of goods and service for each individual citizen. This mechanism is done by following the provisions of the reasons for ownership. For example, work, as well as appropriate muamalah contracts, for example, sale and purchase and ijarah. However, difference in the potential of individuals in the problems of ability and fulfillment of a need can lead to differences in the distribution of wealth between them. In addition, difference between each individual may lead to errors in the distribution of wealth. Then the orphans will bring only wealth distributed to a handful of people, while others lack, as happened as a result of the hoarding of wealth, such as gold and silver. Therefore, the Shara forbids the rotation of wealth only among the rich, but requires that the rotation take place among all people. Allah said, meaning so that the wealth does not circulate only among the rich among you. In addition, the Shara has also banned the holding of gold and silver, even though the zakat is still issued. In this case, Allah says, and as for those who hoard up gold and silver and spend it not in the way of Allah, then inform them of a painful punishment. So that's all from me. Inshallah, what is good from Allah and what is bad from me, inshallah I will try to improve myself time by time, inshallah. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you again.